It would seem like we're live here. Good evening, all. I have no idea why I'm on. Curious as to who's up. What are you guys and gals doing? If you're up, there's obviously something going through your mind. Hi, Deborah. How you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're well and safe. Oh, we got 6 people looking. 3 thumbs up. Look at that. Mighty Buffoon, look at you. Early bird. No, I wouldn't go ahead and say that, Mighty Buffoon. But it's good to see you just the same. Hi, Jevon. Hey, Ed. Oh, you're good, Deborah? That's good to hear. Good morning, William. Although I haven't said goodnight yet. I'm up. I'm restless. Hey, Judy. There's that Prepper Chicken, Texas, I know. How you doing, Judy? It's good to see you. And Dale Homestead. How you doing? You can't sleep either? Yeah, it's not only a night owl, but I got some stuff on my mind. I'm just, my mind sometimes doesn't stop working, right? Well, there's the Angry Homesteader. Hello, indeed. How are you doing, lovely lady? Dakota Hayes. Well, hello. You're up, but you're driving. All right, well, drive safely, please. People's Convoy is doing great still. That's awesome. I'll support that. Yep. With 2 thumbs up, in fact. Oh, thank you ever so much, Dakota Hayes. I wish I was. I'm not feeling any better. I'm not feeling any worse, but I'm not feeling any better. Thinking of a bath. Just stuff. House is haunted. Thinking of a bath. Oh, wondering if the house is haunted. Just bless it and say, in Jesus' name, you are not welcome here. If that works for your beliefs, it will work. Buy your first SKS, Robert Moore. Wasn't that lovely? Really weird looking fella in here called Cosmic Cultivators. Saying peace, love, happiness to all. Hello, friends. Hello indeed, Cosmic. Absolutely wonderful to see you. William, you feel the disturbance in the force. Holy Spirit, love you as well. William Craig, I feel a disturbance in the force also. I don't have great ease sleeping evenings these days. There's a lot on my mind. Polarin makes a good point. How you doing, Polarin? I can obviously see that you're up. What's on your mind? I have no fear. I have no fear. Doesn't matter what you believe. I've God on my side. Flustercluck. Wow, you almost tried to get me to say that, didn't you? Evening, hon. Still working? All right. Fair enough. My mind works. Won't let go. Yeah, let go, let God. And you know what? I do. it's nice when you ask, when you ask God if he can shut off your mind, if he actually does. Oh, you got some compasses from Black Scout. Robert Moore. Isn't that lovely? That's wonderful. May you use them in good direction. I was just up feeling restless. I thought, you know what? If I'm up feeling this way as well, there must be others out there. And I didn't come on here looking for a big stream. The many that showed up in here is great. But I came on to ask if you guys and gals are up, what's on your mind? Flustercluck. Okay. So in your mind, you had a large, heavy animal in the bush near the goat pen. Clover is pregnant. Well, all right. Obviously, clover isn't the grass. Stu! I see you there, brother. You had a large, heavy animal in the bush. Gotcha. All right. Hey, Noodlehead. Yeah, Robert. Yeah, that's definitely, you can ask for that. Whether he grants it or not, who knows? Maybe you need to think on things more. Not sure. Once you ask him, that's not my business, right? You're thinking how your life has changed since your hubby passed. All right, Judy. I get that. Totally get it. So you're up. You got your mind up with that. Totally understanding. The mouthpiece is deciphering misinformation. That's a whole job on its own. It's not even just a full-time job. That's a whole team of full-time job. All right, so the Saxon is sitting down, haven't had done the dishes and reading news. And Dale's wondering why you're not asleep. Planting a garden is on Cosmic Cultivator's mind. He's planted 200 seeds. Shooting for 1,000 pounds of produce this year. All right, it's interesting, Cosmic. Ed Case, how you doing? I was on a live stream earlier tonight. You know them. It's Hickory Croft, and we got to talking, and we talked about that. You kind of look for about 750 pounds of food per person per year as your bare bones minimum, right? Your bare bones minimum, and even at 750 pounds per person. You're talking about 2 pounds a day, but you're going to incur loss and tip and tail and skinning it or cleaning, producing, however. And there was someone else in that chat who recommended for a family of 4, minimum of 1,000 quart jars of canned goods. So there's there's a lot to talk about in weighing that out and getting those measurements and things, right? So yeah, lots of trouble sleeping, lots of junk going on, Nikki. Oh yeah. Okay, so the female goat is named Clover. Peanut Butter, really? They named the male Peanut Butter? Okay. All right. Yeah, all right, then they sure did. Hey, New Days, Old Ways, good to see you. Yeah. Fun and getting funner. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Joe Morgan's good to see you. Sleepless in Kentucky, Kay. I see you there, KK. You're painting right now, Noodlehead? Hey, Tanya. Sowing seeds as we speak. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I'm Nest, I'm having a little bit of trouble with that these days myself. The mind just won't stop. And I've never ever had that problem like that whole garden girl. I see you there. Welcome. Why are you up and what's on your mind? Hey, little fish. Yeah, copy that, Joe. I never had a problem sleeping, up until a few months ago. I could sleep 8, 10 hours a day. No problem. No problem. Nowadays, I go to bed. If I get an hour, hour and a half, then I'm up for a while, sometimes hours, then go to sleep for an hour, then I'm up for an hour, then I'm up for 2 more hours, and then sometimes sleep half the afternoon away. Hey, Deacon, how you doing? 2 hours? Yeah, okay. I haven't gotten any yet. Vacuum sealing and dehydrating. I had a 4-hour nap in the hospital today. I was there having some tests done, and they basically had me laid down in a bed. So it's like, yeah, all right, I might as well just relax and try and sleep. CBD oil, okay. Saxon, all right. Personally, I have some cannabinoids here, but they seem to agitate my. They don't work well with sleeping for me. Take any of that, I'm up for hours. Boom, Joe. Look at you. You're all over it. Good for you. Holy Spirit, yeah, pinball's all right, to my knowledge. Um, got him on the texture there. I'm not going to bother him right now, but I think he's okay. COVID kicked your butt. Slept 12 to 18. Yep. All right. And Dale, that's I've got more. They went so well. They've scheduled more tests for me tomorrow. Okay, so maybe that's part of the reason that I'm up. I'm not going to wax too hard on that right now. Uh, like I was going to do my Monday night live stream, and I thought, well, I've got tests in the morning. Maybe I'll just wait. I'll get through my tests, and I'll do a live stream after that and give an update. And well, I have more tests tomorrow, so I'm going to wait to do an update. All right, you know what? I'm going to probably put this on private or whatever, anyways. Nothing happened with pinball to my knowledge. If there's something that happened with pinball, please put it in caps so we can all see it. I think he's okay. He planted his garden today. I think he cooked Mrs. Pinball a burger for dinner. Has been busy, and to be honest, I don't know any more about it. And even if I did, I wouldn't be able to share it without his okay. So I think it's going to take a little bit more than time. But Can't say for sure until, I saw him on the live earlier as well. Southern Prepper 3, I see you. Yeah, he seemed all right. South Florida DCL, I see you there. Welcome. Thank you, Wild Edibles, for healing prayers. All right, you know what? If I'm going to put this on private anyways, I'll go ahead and share with you guys and gals. There's a limited number in here. Do me a favor, please, if you would. Lisa Anderson, hello. I'm feeling the same, but a little bit more unsettled. But okay, so I went to the hospital today for CT scan. So they did that. And when they do that, they jam one of those IV in your arm so that they can shoot the dye in, right? They need to shoot in dye. It gives you a really weird feeling and a strange taste in your mouth. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Just doing Navarro? Yeah, well, that sucked. Yeah, so what? They stuck me with a pin and yeah, they slid me into the tube. It's the first time it tastes like metal at the back of your mouth, Nikki. Yeah. So that was my first ride in the tube. Anyways, I went for the ride in the tube and no big deal. Once they slid me in and out of there a couple of times, the very nice lady said, all right, get off my table and put your clothes back on. I'm like, thank you ever so much, ma'am. She's like, I'll leave you some privacy. Oh, yeah, I had the dye. And I was like, man, they asked me to take my pants off in the other room, and it was a party. We ain't got no party going on down in here. And she's like, I'm a menopausal lady in my mid-50s. And I was just trying to lighten up her day, you know what I mean? Like, I'm there because I got some problems, so I need to be light of heart as well. But, yeah, it's a pain, but, hey, Joe, go on ahead and behave yourself. You behave yourself, Joe. I know you get salty at times, but, oh, you fell asleep at the MRI? Well, at this one, you had to breathe at a certain interval, so you had to be awake and present of mind, right? So, Mr. Barbarian, I see you there. So, anyways, I went in there. They slid me into the tube. I come out of the tube. She said, get your britches back on. I said, all right. Okay. All right. So, she's like, okay, I'll give you some privacy. She goes out of the room. I can see her behind a window in there. Like, if she wants to look in and see me in my undershorts, she can if she wants to. But, so I go in there, slide into the tube, slide out of the tube, get off her table, put my clothes on. Well, I'm okay now. I don't really know the full answer to that, little fish, but we'll see. No, it was a CT scan. It was a CT scan. Well, that doesn't shock me even a little bit. Is that in Florida? $0. It costs nothing but time. Here it is, like it or leave it. Anyways, so I got off the table. I got my pants back on. And, it wasn't really warm in there. You know what I mean? They didn't have the heat pumping. So it was kind of cool in there. And I just had my, polite AF shirt. You guys and gals know the one I wear. You don't enjoy the tube? No, well, the tube ain't that much fun. Yeshua's name we pray. But anyways, I get in there, did my thing, get out of there, off her table, took her direction, go sit in the waiting room, very tiny little waiting room. There was one other gentleman in there who was just about asleep. And I thought, goodness gracious, is this going to be that long of a wait? Because I've waited in that hospital for a long time. She's like, no, it's not going to be that long of a wait. So I sat down and I had like my coat and this hoodie. This is a nice, really warm hoodie. Uh, like I had that over my arm and I had my cane with me in case I needed it. I didn't need to turtle. No, I didn't need to turtle. Yeah, that's exactly it, Kathleen. It's 2:47. Why are you up? What's on your mind? Van City. Van City, look at you. Hello, hello. So I asked the lady, I'm in there and I'm in the room and I'm in my polite as can possibly be t-shirt. Hey, Annabore. And I shouted out to one of the ladies. I said, hey, can one of you very fine ladies come in here and yank this IV out of my arm? I want to put my sweater on. It's cool in here, you know, and I don't want to. I don't want to ruin or disturb or wreck the IV, right? And they're like, no. You know what? We just looked at your pictures, and the doctors from the emergency room need to see you down there right now. So we're going to leave that IV in case they need to use it for something. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, I know where it is. That's the, hey, Christopher. No kidding, Fluster Cluck. No kidding. That's why I'm a little unsettled and still up. So, and ill, indeed, right? So I said, okay, I know where the place is. That's where I first started this journey. I said, I'll just walk on in down there. And like, do I need to, if the doctors down there need to see me, do I need to go into the triage and see the triage lady first and the other administrative lady? Do I have to do all that, or are they expecting me, or like what's the deal I should expect? Is it going to take an hour? On and on and on, right? Highlander, I see you there. You would have been, well, you would have been worried. I'll have to admit I was concerned because I was scheduled for the CT scan. 8:30. Boom. Go in, get it done, go on home. Nope. Got to go see the ER doctors. They're very concerned. So, anyways, I went down there and started looking at me, and a whole bunch of doctors come around me and they're poking at me and starting to hook up machines to me and this and that. And oh, now you're getting the no, there's a C, ECG. Monty, what is that? He's talking about how my day was, why I'm probably up, what's on my mind, what's on your mind. So, anyways, yeah, they did tell me why. Yeah, ECG, electrocardiogram. And that's when it takes a picture of your heart. Yeah, it takes a picture of your heart. And what they did with the CT scan was they took a picture of, I don't know, I think like from here down, mostly my legs, because I went in complaining about my legs. But So after the ECG, they said, "Oh, would you like to come over here into our cardio unit or pulmonary unit, whatever they said?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. Like, what is it? Like, what are you talking about here? Like, I came in for a CT scan. You know what I mean?" Jeep. I see you there, brother. So, like, well, what are you talking about? They're saying, "Oh, well, the doctors over here would like to talk to you." I'm like, okay, well, I can go over there to talk to doctors for sure. And then one of the nice ladies ushers me into a dark room with a bed in it and a whole bunch of instruments around it. And she says, "Why don't you just go on ahead and have a seat here on the bed, take your boots off, take your socks off, and we're gonna put some warm blankets on you." And it's like, well, I don't, I'm not, I'm not really feeling cold. You know what I mean? Christopher, I eat tons of garlic myself, plenty. But anyways, I get on the thing, and at that point they'd done the electrocardiogram, they had taken blood, sent it directly upstairs for analysis, and get on the phone with my vascular surgeon, who all these tests were requested by through me. No Soylent Green. No, I made sure of that. Saxon, to be very, very fair, the good doctor I did see today was working on his patient's behalf because he made sure that everything that he did, he had patient's consent. He made perfectly certain of that. Well, Jahira, I totally get that. And, I'm also on these unnatural ones, but these are helping a lot. There's only so many heads of garlic in a day I can eat, but it may be something bad to rule out. But to be honest with you, Joe, they didn't rule out anything bad. You know what, Lisa? The doctors were very, very good, very good, and they have been there. I was there a couple of times, and two young female doctors, made bad mistakes, and I chewed their ass about it publicly. I bawled them out in the lobby of one of the hospitals. But so, anyways, at the end of the day, they kept me there, and they kept that IV in me. So I get there on the bed, take my shoes and my socks off. Well, it wasn't shoes, it was combat boots. You guys and gals know me. Come on. I lay up on the bed, and then nurses come in and they roll up the sides on the bed so that I can't get out. They start hooking up all this equipment to me, right? And I'm thinking, okay, what are we doing here? They asked me if I'd like to come over and talk to this department. I said, sure, but I didn't know I was going to be talking to them on my back in a bed with the rails up on the sides. And I'm thinking, are they taking me to surgery right now? Like, what in the ever living H is happening? I didn't know what was going on. But they just wanted to keep me there until they got the blood work back from upstairs, until they got a response back from my vascular surgeon as to what his take was on the pictures they sent him. Okay? So, let's talk about the pictures they sent him. They're not good. They're not good. Mucho apreciato. Joe, thank you. I will keep that in mind. Don't get me wrong. I got no problem. Hey, Lewis. I got no problem firing a doctor or standing them to and balling them out or tearing a strip off of them. No problem whatsoever. So I'm good that way. Yeah. Always present of mind in asking questions. Always asking for alternatives to, I don't mind asking questions and doing that, speaking up for myself. But Joe, I appreciate that. I will look to you. Thank you for being that resource that's there, if need be. It's very much appreciated. You know that, Joe. I appreciate you. So anyways, the pictures I sent off to my vascular surgeon are not good. Blockages in lots of arteries and my aorta. Okay? So they wouldn't even be conducting these investigations had I not asked my vascular surgeon to go ahead and do these, because when the vascular surgeon contacted me, he said, well, I can't really do anything because all of the pictures that they sent me have nothing to do with a vascular surgeon. They were looking at the veins when a vascular surgeon deals with the arteries and such, right? So they kind of overlap, but not really. But it was thrown into the ball court of the vascular surgeon. So he contacted me. Great guy, a very, very nice man, and obviously willing to work with the people. So I asked him at my behest. He set it up on my behalf to have those tests done near me. And I mean, the hospital here is 2 blocks from me, 2 blocks. So I had it done over there. Perfect, freaking awesome. It's set up now for tomorrow. I have to go to another town west of me. The vascular surgeon wants pictures of my heart. So, Han Solo, Metal's already had a stroke. My mother has stroked out, not to death, but almost to death. And I think it was from experimental medicine. My grandmother had a stroke decades before she died. And, I've recently had a double stroke in both legs. Okay. So, I'm becoming present of mind of what's, so history, yes. The hereditary or whatever, Hans, yes. But it's not good. 10 pounds of silver. You better make those the shiniest 10 pounds of silver I've ever seen, Lewis. Seriously. You're bidding on my stereo right now in front of me, in front of my bald face hanging out. When I'm telling you, I got a freaking cluster locking up my heart. Goodness gracious, Lewis. Maybe I'll just leave it to you in my will. Save your silver. What about that? There's always that. Well, copy that, Joe. I'm not worried about it. Listen, without me having asked the vascular surgeon to investigate this further, they would have dropped it. They would have said, all right, well, there's nothing for the vascular surgeon to investigate. Okay, job done. You know what I mean? And they would have washed their hands of it. But I said, no. Well, we got this book open. If you're a vascular surgeon, you can have some other tests done while we've already opened this book. We've already read chapter 1. There's nothing in it. Let's look into chapter 2, right? So without me having asked the questions, none of this would be happening right now. 11 pounds of silver. Cosmic Cultivators, really? Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. But yeah, so anyways, that's kind of Yeah, turmeric, absolutely. Well, turmeric's more of an anti-inflammatory. Yeah. Yeah, ginkgo biloba, yeah. Yeah, no kidding. See pics of the silver. Yeah, you know what? If they shipped gold, that'd be cheaper, Stu. Very, very good thought. Ah, well, wild edibles, we're all getting censored, right? 11 ounces of silver for 11 pounds of weed. Yeah, yeah, out of your freaking head, Gan or Jan. I'm not sure how you say that. I'm probably, if I'm saying it two ways, guaranteed I'm saying it wrong one of them, unless they're both right. Carotid artery replaced. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I got arteries messed up aorta. Sounds like my veins are messed up, so they may graft some things in. No idea. For me, this is the year of healing. You know, I told you guys and gals earlier, prep your health. I know, Cosmic, and I do know that you're coming from that aspect. Well, why are you up, Lori? Why are you up and what's on your mind? You're under a tornado warning, said Florida? Really? Deacon, it's always 18 seconds to midnight. Come on, it's my doomsday clock. Get on board, man. Get on board or get off the pot. Do what you do. But anyways, yeah, I had a interesting day. I wasn't expecting. I was expecting to be at the hospital for 45 minutes or whatever. 5.5 hours later, I didn't hear anything about any strikes. Lisa Anderson with the railroad, but exactly, Mary. It's not even enough to pay the shipping. Yeah. See, Jivan, that's exactly why I had the vascular surgeon continue to keep this book open, continue to read the next chapter. Yeah, so is mine, Lori. Hey, Aquarius. Good to see you. Yeah, Lori, all bad news. Blockages in many uh, arteries and aorta. So, another appointment tomorrow that I haven't received the call to make the appointment for yet, but um, it is going to happen post haste. All right, so you don't even know what the prices are or the shipping. When was the last time you shipped something? And I'm not talking about weed. Just busting your chops, Mary. No, I haven't heard anything about a railroad strike. It'd be crippling, though. And, you know, I guess that's kind of the idea of a strike. Hopefully, Lisa. I hope so. That's why I'm having them follow it up, do the things. If you've got a medical condition, pursue it with extreme prejudice. Morning light, I'm up asking why you're up and what's on your mind. You and I spoke earlier, so you already know what's on my mind. Don't give me that kind of business, girl. Come on now. And best spend your time leave me a message here. Tell me how your chicken coop is doing, because we didn't get to talking that. Morning, morning. $53 and raining, huh? Well, it's 33 here right now. Cloudy. Haven't been able to sleep yet. All right, Deacon. Okay, well, hey, you know what? Maybe we can share a cane. 100% Nest. Yeah. Yeah. I know they're on it. And you know what? The doctors that I see that are on it, uh, they work for people. They work for people. They're not some guy sat in an office just writing out prescriptions all day. You know what I'm saying? They're not those kind of doctors. And Dale, I will definitely keep you informed. You guys and gals, I mean, you know, I didn't really come on here to give a medical update, but yeah, I know Finn's there. How's he doing, Lori? Like, are you well enough? You guys can share some time together, and it's all good. Like you're having some fun or enjoying each other's company at least. Obviously, I would hope. Damn, South Florida, that's cold. But yeah, nice knowing. Sure, you know what? Yeah, they could put me under for surgery, and I could flip a biscuit, and I could have a dirt nap forever. Good. Pour the cement. What in the hell do you need cement for a chicken coop for? Oh, he just arrived this evening, Lori. Okay. Jahir, yeah, very fortunate. They wouldn't be on top of it if I didn't ask them to be, though. And I hold them accountable. I ask them questions, and I tell them, "Don't you go anywhere. I've got a ton of questions for you. You stay put, and you know, like we need to talk here. There's more words. Don't you leave. We got some words to say, and let's get through it." Do they do this? Well, Yeshua's name. I think they've got me scheduled in there tomorrow because it's kind of a rush. You know, uh, I've been kind of waiting all this time because there's nobody been really pushing it. But I think my vascular surgeon is on it now, and he's been making things happen. And he's only done that through my request. Had I not asked him, if I flip a biscuit, you can have my frickin' hat, Morning Light. More Fool's Gold. I see you there. Welcome. No, Lori, they didn't switch my medicine. They said keep taking the same medicine, but they did it. The triage nurse did inform me that I have high blood pressure, and that's the first person who's ever taken my blood pressure that said you've got high blood pressure, and I thanked her for saying it. Joe, I quite imagine, but and even with God on my side, you know, if you've got God or don't have God, that's you or me, whatever. I'm not in here for that argument. Even with me having God, there's still fear. Do I drop it in the Lord's lap? Yes, I do. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, Jahir, you know what? It's funny. When the doctor told me today he was done with me, I said okay, and I stood up off the bed, like I pushed the red button. I said okay, somebody get in here. get all of this stuff off of me, let me off of this bed. And the woman that came in, it was a triage nurse who told me I had high blood pressure. She's like, you need to be more patient. And I said, I'm a patient right now. But I said, I'm a patient, not impatient. I said, I'm a patient right now. But the doctor says I can go. Here are the papers. And I'd rather leave this bed for somebody who needs it more than I do. Right? Like, I just want to get out of here. I don't want to rush you ladies in doing what you're doing. I know it's changeover and lunchtime. So I know you're understaffed a little bit at lunchtime. And I apologize for that. But I just want to, holy cow. There's Constantine. Good evening, Kay. It's good to see you. I was just sharing with the folks in chat what the doctors had to say for me today, and they scheduled more appointments for me tomorrow. And they didn't have good news to share, okay? There's blockages and things that need to be done about blockages, okay? So it's great to see you. I didn't know if you'd be up already, okay? But it's very, very nice to see you. Maybe one of my awesome moderators can put up a link for Inside Russia, our friend Constantine. It's good to see you, my friend. I hope you're, I put up this stream because I was in the hospital today. Yeah, it's my arteries and my heart. But I think there's things that they can do about it, okay? So I got more tomorrow. Don't think the worst just yet, but when you hear things like that, we think the worst, which is kind of why I'm up. I name my stream, What's on Your Mind? Why are you up? And this is kind of why I'm up, okay? But we'll get to it. We'll get through it. There's more appointments, like I said. And if there's some surgeries or something to come, a lot of good people in the chat here have already advised me that most of those things these days are very non-invasive. And yeah, Lori, because blockages in femoral artery. Well, Fat Man, the thing about it is, all I want to do is I want to go walk around the block without having any pain in my feet. I want to go out and garden and water my whole garden without taking one jug of water out and watering that and then needing to take 10-15 minutes break in between. I don't want to do that. Oh, Mouthpiece, I see you there. Welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to have more uploads and more updates. And, when at the beginning of this thing, when it first initiated itself, and I realized I was incapacitated in some ways, I assured you guys and gals I would let you know that I would keep you updated. So, it's my responsibility to you guys and gals, my subscribers, to keep you informed. Yeah, Constantine. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's not so much invasive anymore as it used to be. Unless they have to do some grafting or things like that, we'll see. Oh, I've got my faith. I've got God with me. It's in His hands. It doesn't mean I still don't have any fear. With that fear, there'll be God again for me to rely on. So, no, it's not going to make me bitter. No, not going to make me bitter. It's going to make me. Hopefully, it's going to make me better, right? The doctors wouldn't do anything unless I asked them to do something about it, and they're only doing something about it because I did ask. And now that I found good vascular surgeon, he went ahead, because I talked to him. I asked him, because he said that he's not going to do anything about these other tests because they had nothing to do with what he does. Okay, fair enough. I said, are there other tests that you can made to be have done that can show you or lead us further in this? You know, because there's something wrong here. There's something wrong in my legs. Something causing something wrong in my legs. And if they didn't find any problem looking at the veins, we need to look further. He said, yes, I can prescribe it so that they can do tests right near you. Boom. It happened. Now, tomorrow I have to go across town. I have to travel a little bit. That's okay. I'll go do that. It's part of the program. The book was open when my legs were hurt and sore, and I went into the emergency room. They opened the book. Hi, Raven. They opened the book and they read chapter 1. And chapter 1 said, okay, he's got problems in his legs and feet. It hurts. And that's not the problem. So if that's the case, you don't just close the book there and not look into chapter 2. The opportunity is the book is already open. You continue to read the story. No, Lori. The doctor said just wait at home and you'll get a phone call for your appointment. Jay here, yes, we need to be an advocate for ourselves. 100%. Thank you, Constantine. Very much appreciated. I thank you ever so much. As you are in my thoughts and prayers as well. Whew. Wow, there's a lot on people's minds. People are awake. Why are you up? What is on your mind? That's what this stream is. It's not about anything. It's about why are you up? It's about what's on your mind. And you're up because of what's on your mind. And I know what's on your mind. You know, God and country and family is on your mind. And I get it. And that's on my mind as well. However, I also have other things to deal with. So, yeah, well, it thins the blood. Yeah, sure it does. Yeah, it can also be a painkiller, a mild painkiller. Sheena, it seems like it. You know, if I can keep giving the right crap to the right doctors and talking correctly to the other right doctors, it seems like I'm getting things done in a progressive and positive, forward-moving way. Waiting in the unknown. Yeah, that's you know what, Joe. That's a really good, important point that you bring up because that is the hardest part. It's the unknown, and when you want to talk about people, if you want to talk about people and the psychology of people, and about what their greatest fears are, fear of the unknown is one of the biggest ones. Another one of the biggest ones is fear of public speaking. Right? I got my fear of public speaking. I got rid of that a long time ago from having played thousands of hours of stage time playing drums live in concert in front of hundreds of people and whatever. I'm okay with that. So my fear of stage fright is gone. But it is the fear of the unknown. You make a very, very good point, Joe. But yeah, if you have a medical problem, you need to attack it with extreme prejudice. Move forward and move forward hard on it. Don't wait for anyone to suggest it to you. And never take no for an answer or we've done all we can. No, you haven't. I had a couple lady doctors made mistakes on me, bad mistakes that cost me money, time, and pain, as well as great inconvenience. I stood one of them too. And, maybe this is my bad. It would have been my bad if I was their superior, but I was not. I was their patient. I stood one of them too. Stood them too in the lobby of a hospital. And I tore a strip up and down one side and down the other of them. Said, I'm here on your mistake, and I'm here on your partner's mistake. I said, did everybody on your team make a mistake that day? I said, okay. Who do you want on your team making a mistake? Do you want your medical team, every member of your medical team making a mistake? Then I asked him, do you want your military team making a mistake? I said, if your military team had made a mistake, every single member 40 years ago, you'd be speaking German right now. I told the lady, and she's a good doctor, nice young lady, not too present of mind though. I said, you mind your mistakes. You make your mistakes. It's not a matter of somebody's pizza showing up cold, being delivered cold, a cold pizza. It's not a matter of that. So you're dealing with people's lives, right? Roger that, Mark Fool's Gold. Mucho apreciato. Thank you. Oh, you're carrying nitro? Gotcha. Don't ever be afraid to speak up for yourself in front of a doctor. Ivan and Joe, I see you there. Don't ever be afraid to speak up for yourself in front of a doctor or stop them from going away. To stop them to ask and answer your questions. Hey, Scrappy Cat, look at you. Good to see you. Hey, Eddie James. Shayna, yes, that's true. And don't ever hesitate in firing one or getting a second opinion. You can see what the good ones are, and you can see what the ones are that don't want to do their work. You can see both. It's easy to see. Use your vision. Look and watch. Fire the one that doesn't want to work. Flustercluck. All right, you stay well and safe, okay? I hope your pain subsides and you get a good restful night. Hey, Bulldog, how you doing? Goodness gracious, Lori. Holy crap. You need an unbroken rib person to get in there and work on that plumbing. My goodness gracious, girl. Tennessee Bushcrafter? Look at you. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. I was up and I had no idea why, except for my mind was going a mile a minute. And I thought, well, if I'm up, must be others up because their minds are going a mile a minute too. Hence the title of my title here. Who's up and what's going through your mind? What's going through your mind? Share us with that if you feel like. If not, that's okay. If it's your first time here and you don't feel like sharing, that's quite all right. You can just get a feel of what the program is. I just decided to come on, and Finn's going to help. He's a good boy. Hey, Dagmar. I kind of thought so, Annandale. That's not dreams. No, No dreams going through my mind. It was hospital for me today. It was hospital trips, and we got another one tomorrow. So we'll see. See how it goes. But that's what has my mind working, unable to sleep. So Rare Bond is saying somebody's scared of federal prison. You know what? There should be a lot of people that should be scared of federal prison. Insomnia in the state of the world. Yeah, yeah. There's there's a lot of there's great concern with how things may or may not turn out. And things are still unsettled there, right? Oh, $20 bills is what goes through your mind, Dakota. Hey, you should hire yourself out as one of those cash counters. You might make a living at it. You never know. Raven, I appreciate that. Thank you. Impounding yachts, huh? And freezing worldwide accounts. Yeah, I understand there's a lot of um, those embargoes or whatever taking place. But thanks, Ivan and Joe. I really appreciate that. Raven, I appreciate that absolutely. And I know, there's the fear of the unknown. I know God's got it. I've given it to him. So, Lori, yes, that's the case. Yes. Oh, Raven, yeah, they'll seize up your account for $18. Absolutely. Why wouldn't they? It's $18. I mean, who doesn't like $18? Constantine, you stay well and safe. It's lovely to see you, my brother. Sending prayers for you and your family, your countrymen, Ukrainians, and people all around the globe who may be suffering from this. Stay well and safe, and I'll look forward to your report. I guess it'll be later today. I see all of them, regardless of whether I make my presence known in chat or not. So, with that, Constantine, you stay well and safe and have a wonderful day. I would have to go actually look at the paperwork, Laurie, but I'll know by noon if they don't call me, right? Another one tonight. 4 Eastern. Okay, all right. Much appreciated, Kay. Thank you, brother. And holy crap, your channel has grown. Wow, that's incredible. It's important you're bringing the news out that you're able to, but please be careful, my brother. Please be careful. You know what, Raven? That's why I got a lot of my money out weeks before the trucker convoy happened in Canada. My connection is unstable. As soon as I said that's why I got my money out, said your connection is unstable. Ugh. Yeah, for you guys and gals that don't know, Inside Russia channel, that is our Russian brother Konstantin, who is in Moscow right now. He was formerly in the south in Rostov-on-Don, but had to move north due to the special military operation that was taking place south of him. So for his safety, he had to move him and his family back north to Moscow. Marfull Gold. No, that's not the case. We're not out of any or all of that. But what we do seem to be out of is family doctors and people who want to actually advocate for patients. You know, a patient has to be their own advocate here. You know, you can't just go see your family doctor and he'll make all the phone calls for you. I don't have a family doctor, right? So I have to advocate on my own. But they're not out of the balloons um, or out of surgeons. I have a surgeon advocating for me, and I'm sure he knows uh, where all the balloons are and how many I'm going to need, right? He's the one who requisitioned tomorrow's test, okay? So don't jump off too hard on it that way. But it's only happening because I asked for it to happen. If I didn't ask for that, they would have washed their hands and everything would be over and finished. And all I would be left with is a half a bottle left of blood thinners. And that's it. Nope. I had the book open. No. We're going to change the page. We're going to look to the next chapter. We're not closing this book. The book is not over in one chapter. Cha-cha. Boom. There you go, Joe. Yeah. If they can't deal with it themselves, then you're their advocate. That is freaking awesome. You know, we all know you're doing great things over there, Joe, for your folks. P9 World, hey, how you doing? Test visit. The vascular surgeon wants an ultrasound of my heart. Yeah, Marfull's Gold, I know that. Yeah, I get that. Cha-cha-cha. All right, well, what's on your mind? You're up. I see you're up. You're up and there must be something on your mind. It's okay if there's not, but usually when there's folks up at this hour, there's something on their mind. There was mine, so I assume, and that can make an ass out of me and you, but I would expect there's something on both of our minds. Cha-cha, I'm feeling a little more positive about what the future holds, so thank you. Do you know what? I miss dancing. Oh, I used to dance like a fool. A really freaking fool. Ting tong. Ting ting. Oh yeah. I'm a dancing fool. I'm a not that kind of dancing fool. I grow a pretty good medicinal garden myself. Givon, no, I did not. They have pretty much written me off because I haven't got the full Monte. Look at you. Why are you up? What's on your mind, Monty? Go ahead. You can say it. Just either highlight my name or put it in caps so I can see it. Got stuff. I got medical stuff to deal with, so. Wild lettuce, yep. Do you know what? I got wild lettuce growing in the backyard here, Raven. I never figured out, like, I did look at some videos on how to process it down, but I never took the time to get into attempting to do it. So there's some of that here. I do grow other natural medicines for pain relief, help with sleeping, help with appetite, things as such. But I mostly try and concentrate on food, for the things I grow in my garden, which I'm going to be changing up this year. I don't know how I'm going to be able to garden or to what state I'm going to be able to garden this year. So, Dakota Hayes, is that how you spell it? Scrappy Cat, yes. I do have my garden started. I ordered my clones. That's a pretty good start because they're going to pay for everything else. Oh, wild lettuce gives you the hangover. Okay. I find when I make edibles out of the cannabinoids, I find I get a very, very lingering effect the next day off that as well. So it's not just you, you know, feeling that from that particular thing. That's there's crossover in different things that you take can affect different people in other ways. Where if you take it, you may have long, lingering effects into the next day. You know, I've had an edible for pain control one evening, and then I wake up the next morning, and I'm in the car ready to go to work, and I'm thinking, should I be driving? Fat man. Thank you ever so much, brother. That's where they are. That's where they belong, and that's where we should leave them. Leave them in God's lap, and He'll do with them what He knows what to do, and how He wants things to be done. So that takes some of the fear away, but the fear of the unknown is still always around the corner. You know, God may be at the end of that dark hallway. When you can't see around the bend of it, and your flashlight isn't working, you don't know. You just don't know. It's that it's that inborn fear of the unknown. Darren, I see you there. Welcome. Better now that you're here. Thank you for joining us. Why are you up and what's on your mind? If you're saying g'day, mate, you might be an Australian brother and sister. So that would explain why you're awake, because it's waking time there. But it's good to see you just the same. Got something on your mind? If so, feel free to share it with the rest of the class here. There's no one here who will judge you. If you're looking for advice or support, you may get some of that here in the chat. You're very welcome to be here. Same with cannabinoids, Raven. Yep. Yeah, I don't like pills. I don't like drugs. I don't like medicine. There anything I can do in a more natural way, or just like for pain management throughout this whole thing, I was managing pain with my brain, right? And then a very, very wonderful, lovely, good subscriber that you guys and gals would, of course, Lori. It's I believe they're all paid to suggest that. Very, very good subscriber, sister, soul sister of mine here, that all you guys and gals would recognize, suggested to me take some over-the-counter Tylenol. So I've been taking some over-the-counter. Now this is the muscle and body, just a regular over-the-counter one. I take 2 if I'm having a real bad day, and sometimes I'll take 1. Sometimes I don't take any. You know, sometimes even if I feel bad, I don't even think to take one. It's just taking pills is not it's not programmed into my head. Oh yeah, they suggest quitting smoking. Absolutely. Raven, really? All right. Well, I may well do that, but so far no one's mentioned a word about my lungs. As a matter of fact, when I looked at the machine they had me hooked up to, my oxygen level was at 98%. So I think that's pretty good for a heavy smoker. I don't know. Is there anyone in here who knows about oxygen percentages? That's exactly what I said, Mark Fool's Gold. Yep. Courage is being scared to death and doing it anyways. Yes, yes. Yep. That's funny. Somebody said that in Constantine's stream there the other day, because he was talking about how he's fearful about doing what he's doing in the country that he's doing it in right now. You know, um, which I totally get. They've got completely different rules over there, and he should be scared. He should be scared for himself, his own safety, and for the safety and uh, stability of his family. Right? He's got a lot to risk. He's got a lot to jeopardize. But he's a smart enough man, and I think he has good enough moderators to help him out, to keep things clean enough to steer him out of trouble and to keep him on track of just saying what's legal for him to say from his official government websites. He's not calling it Whiskey Alpha Romeo. He's calling it special military operation, which has been deemed official special military operation by official military parties, so, and governmental parties. So, Ting Ting, thank you. I thought so. Pipe tobacco doesn't have any sugar. Isn't that funny, Sheena? It's funny that cherry pipe tobacco smells sweeter than any other cigarette tobacco I've ever smelled. Yeah, copy that, Raven. You know what? I've never tried smoking a whole lot on the cannabinoids. I don't really. I don't like how it makes me feel so quickly. I don't mind eating it, and it makes me. It'll help take my pain away or relax me in that way because my body and my mind has time to get used to it over a period of time. But if you just light a cannabinoid type cigarette, then your brain is instantly there, and that's not enough time for my mind to adjust or my body, and then my heart palpitates, and clove cigarettes. I never even heard of that. New Days. William Craig, I understand and I appreciate that, and it's nice to see another fellow former service member. Thank you for your service. I don't even know where to get random types of tobacco here in Canada. We can either buy the premium brand at the corner store for 112 or 120 bucks a carton, or we can drive to the reserve and get it for $51 the carton. I drove to the reserve today. Yeah, I'm on plain, full flavor. I've never even heard of the clove cigarettes. They had the menthol ones up here for decades and decades and decades. And my nana I think she used to smoke them back in the 70s. But they outlawed the menthol cigarettes here a few years back because they didn't want to encourage young children to smoke cigarettes. A carton in one sitting? Yeah, that'll knock you on your keister. Oh yeah. That should put you right behind a rocking chair, vomiting. Yeah, copy that, Wild Edibles. If you get the premium brand like Demorier or Players here, if you leave it in the ashtray burning, uh, they will go out. They added a chemical to those to put the fire out, to reduce on fire hazard because of smoking related fire incidents, right? But I'm not sure what that chemical is, and not sure how good it could be for you to smoke. They're like, not that this is any better, but I mean, maybe vaping would be. Maybe I can think about transitioning to vaping. I know Pinball vapes, and he's vaped for a number of years now, and he does it on a very budget friendly way to do it. Dakota Hayes, exactly right. Oh yeah, give the government the Sahara Desert, and they would have a sand deficit in 5 years. Like they could frick up a wet dream. Burn the grand beard. I'm thinking about taking it off, Kevin. It's time. It's almost time. This is 2 years now. This is my COVID beard. I started this at COVID. Okay. This is my one. These are my one niner whiskers. Yeah, ammonia. There's all kinds of things in there. Yeah. Oh, you want to grow on like it? Well, this is a 2 year investment. This one here, and I'll tell you what. I grow a terrible wispy little beard. Like if I shave my face and then I let a few whiskers come in, looks horrible. I could never grow a good face of hair until I reach 50, and then just don't even touch it for 2 years, and then boom, you get this beauty right here. Nick salts. Huh. Nick salts, huh? Very interesting. Thank you, my fool's gold. Oh, Bushcrafter. Yeah, yeah. You didn't do the same thing either, Tennessee? Okay. I'm getting at the point, though. I mean, like, I'm not at a point where I'm in a position to be able to go back to work right now. It's not physically possible for me. I need to get through some medical things first and get that dealt with. And having coming to a point when that is done, that's cool, and I'll consider it maybe then. But I'm not. No way I'm doing getting the jabberdoodle to go anywhere to work. They can take that and they can pound out in their hoo hoo. American Spirit Organic Cigs. Not a hair one, Tang Tang, exactly. Bald as a cucumber, no facial whiskers, no nothing. Yep, I was your skinny little bald guy. Just your little average size bald guy. Doing my thing. Ex-military, love our military, our former service members, our guys and gals, brothers and sisters in arms. I'm a patriot, love my country. I've served both of our countries, north and south of this border, 49th parallel that we share. Be happy to do it again. Were I in a physical capacity to do so, I would do it again. Patriot through and through. Oh yeah, they can stick it in their old woohoo there, wild edibles. Yeah. Hey, Cha Cha. I see your statement to Kathleen there. I hear that, and I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I have a share. I have a share here for you. about my grandmother, my my stepfather's mother. She lived a nice long life into her 70s, uh, maybe late 60s. I was young at the time, so it's hard for me to judge age and time at that age. But she succumbed to emphysema. She succumbed to emphysema. She never smoked a cigarette a day in her life. However, she was brought up her whole life and raising a family in either a log cabin or an old farmhouse with wood stove for heat, wood stove for cooking, things like that. And so maybe maybe that's how that got onto her. But anyways, regardless of you know which of those demons comes to get your loved ones, it's a absolute shame to for it to happen. Firstly, and secondly, for the family to watch their loved one go through that. Ching Chang, all right, you stay well and safe. Lovely to see you. Uh, God bless. Keep you well and safe. Okay. Thank you for being here. May you rest well. Have peace in your sleep. But yeah, there's lots of little monsters that can come out and get us, and they're all gonna create some uncertainty uh, or doubt or fear in your mind. At the end of the day, we just have to leave it in the Lord's hands. If you're here and you're not a God fearing person, you know, if you believe in Thor, you got to trust it into Thor, and that you're going to see him in Valhalla or whichever it is. However you find your peace, right? Oh, chems are bad in the canoe factory. Absolutely. But you do exactly. Great point, Cha Cha. You do have to live your life. Do not live your life in fear. Never live your life in fear. A life lived in fear is a life not lived at all. And God would not want to see that. Shane Temple, I see you there. Good evening and welcome. What's on your mind? Why are you up? Copy that there, William Craig. Yep. Oh, well, sorry. I don't know if Shane Temple is coming or going. He's saying good evening. I'm not sure if that's a greeting or a departure. If it's a departure, may you rest well. If it's a hello, a very nice hello to you. Yeah. Yeah, there are no atheists when the metal hits meat. Okay, roger that, Dakota. Mucho apreciato. There's a lot of alternate medicinal things I need to explore. And oh, you shouldn't be up. Well, what's on your mind, Shane? You can go ahead and share it here. Nobody will judge. If there's something you don't feel like sharing, please keep that private or whatever. I was up and I had something on my mind, and I figured, you know what? If that's the case on a Tuesday night or now Wednesday morning, for me, then that's got to be the case for a bunch of other folks, and it turns out that's the case. So here we are. We're up. We're not sleeping. There's something on our mind. What is it? I've shared mine, but you're going to have to go back and find that rewatch or whatever. Ugh. Oh, Deacon. Okay, you're waiting on the main ones. Gotcha. Roger that. Yeah, there's so much going on these days that it's not surprising that there's so many folks up. You know, I've had good primetime streams that have had less people in it than this, and so I get it. I totally get it. All right, Shane, I get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so am I. Yeah, that's 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 not what's bothering me today, but I can understand how that's bothersome. Yeah. Oh, you're crazy and you work nights. That's it's actually one of the best answers I've heard. Publishers Clearinghouse. There you go. Indeed, Marvel's Gold. Yeah. Yeah. So much going on. What's seen? What is not seen? What are we not seeing? All right, there's a question for you guys and gals. If you want to answer a question, what is going on in this world in the current theater that isn't seen or isn't being talked about? Guys and gals, go ahead and say it in the chat. Issue's name, you on your way? All right, you stay well and safe. You get some good rest under your bones. Kevin, I don't think that's going to be a thing. All right, Tammy, I can see what you're saying there, but I'm going to actually hide that on this chat. It's not to discredit what you're saying. It's just to not have it on my chat because certain things can flag my channel and get it kicked out. And I want you to continue to be here to participate, but I need to do that so that that's possible. You're not seeing anything from your right eye. Jivan, what aren't we seeing? The truth. We aren't seeing the truth. Exactly. What is that truth in your perspective? Stone Temple. Oh, sorry, Shane Temple. I read that wrong. My apologies. Moving at the first opportunity. Sammy, that's okay. Don't give it a second thought. It's just, think about the sensitivity of what things can be, and with the censorship these days, it's not me doing it. It's the tubulars, and They can just outright say, "All right, you're gone for a week," or your channel's demonetized because of something said in the chat. So yeah, you sure can only have one master. Oh, Dakota Hayes, I'm a moderator. Uh, what I don't see being talked about is, all right, okay. What I do see happening is I see that Biden's United Nations is going to an awful long length and have been talking an awful long time for some reason to protect themselves from something that is as yet unseen. What is your guys and gals take on that? Yeah, codes for a lot of stuff. Yeah. All right, Raven. Yeah, filthy. Yeah. More than two sides. Yeah. Well, Roots. Hey, how you doing? Good evening and good morning to you. Lovely to see you, Virginia. Hundreds of years in the making. Yeah, over a millennium. Yeah, I'll allow that. We under discussed the rise of AI. Well, you know what, Roots? That is a thing for sure. All about the Great Reset. Yeah, that's very very possible. Uh, but what I see going on right now is that you know Biden's UN, or let's just say let's leave UN out of it. Okay, let's leave UN out of it. We'll just say Biden. Okay, Biden has been barking about Ukraine for a long time. Long time. Blah, 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 Ukraine, da, 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 you know? He's been barking. Tell me it's not true. All right? All right. So, now, it's not just Biden. It's Biden and Biden's NATO, right? So, what's Biden barking so hard about that his family might have had some dealings with in Ukraine that he needs to keep hidden? Did you ever ask yourselves that? Why did the Bidens get so much money from the Ukraine, and now they're trying so hard to keep all these things from the Ukraine hidden? Does anyone see it that as clearly that way as I do, or am I looking at it the wrong way? Right? Like, exactly. Hunter isn't selling $500,000 paintings because he's a good artist. Kevin, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Why does he get his 4.7 million a month? Where's it coming from? You know, is it coming from protecting labs, or is it coming from energy sources? Right? Cha. Okay, so you see it. Thank you. Hunter's in the CIA. Really? They let him in the CIA? What for? to test the crack they're going to bring in to sell to the people? Like, good Lord. Come on now, Sheena. Like, you're probably right, but pay to play. Yeah, oh yeah. Do you think? Honest question here. Honest question. Do you think the Biden is trying to protect some of their interest in any of these 8 so far identified biolabs that they've admitted to in the Ukraine? Do you think there's anything going on in those biolabs that the Bidens themselves would personally have an interest in protecting? I'm not talking about NATO. I'm not talking about Biden's NATO. Okay? We're just talking Biden. And isn't it curious? No one's talking about that. No one's mentioned it. No one's ever even thought of it. You know? Go to your family doctor and say, hey, doc, listen, do you have any thoughts on all these people having this, what do they call it? The cardio, whatever it is, the condition that's happening since the has been happening, right? And you couldn't think, you won't have one doctor who would be able to articulate a single opinion on why they would think this the cardiomyositis. I'm probably saying it wrong. Yeah, one of them wouldn't be able to articulate a perfect thought on why all these cardiac arrests are happening on world-class athletes and perfectly healthy young teenagers, and couldn't fathom a thought of why that's happening since 2001. Got no idea, right? I got no idea why the Bidens want to protect any information from being captured out of the Ukraine. No idea. I can't think of a single reason. Not a single one. Beyond me. I don't know. You? No. You? No. Okay. Perfect. Good. We're good then. South Colorado. I see you there. Yeah, I had a bad day. A lot on my mind. Not hurting tonight, but my brain kind of is on maximum overload. You know? Yeah. They're not talking about it. Why? Because there's nothing to see here. We can't, yeah, elephant in the room. Myocarditis. Thank you, Marfools Gold. Thank you. Yeah. No, I can't think of any reason why all my myocarditis since the installation of the jab. No. You get 1,000 family doctors out of the lined up. Not a single one would give you one articulable reason why all this myocarditis since the jabs. Lifelong problem now. Hey, look at that. They got a customer for life. Right? And I can't think of a single reason why a person would ask What are the Bidens trying to protect in the Ukraine? And it's not the people, I'll tell you that. It's the money. Cosmic, what are you on about here? Speak of also child smuggling. Yeah. All right. Cosmic, I'm going to leave that unpublished, but I can see what you're. Yep. Yeah. Gotcha. Roger that. Thank you. Oh, for shit's sakes. I hid that. I'm going to remove it. Yeah. Cosmic, if I deleted you, it's not meant at you. It's that comment, which you asked me to delete anyways. So I think I must have hit the wrong button. Deacon, all right, you stay well and safe, okay? Yeah. Yeah, nobody's got a single explanation as to why Biden has been talking about Ukraine for months and months. Well, why is he barking so hard about it? What's he got to hide? Hiding the Bidens. All that money. Man, it's got to be a river full of money that comes out of there to them. I'll allow that, Raven. Absolutely, I'll allow that. Oh, yeah. The Ivor what? Yeah, don't forget your vitamin I. Make sure you got some around, guys and gals. Oh, Cosmic, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Cha Cha? We should all be concerned about food supply issues. Please go check out Cosmic Cultivators. They're building raised beds out of garbage and showing how people how to grow without having to spend money. You know what I mean? Check out Cosmic Cultivators. People should be learning how to grow food. Absolutely. 100%. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be growing some food this year. You guys and gals know I garden in a small urban space, and I'm going to have to change up how I do it this year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have as high an impact method of growing as I had in the past couple of years. I'm going to grow nonetheless. I'm going to taper it back to a lower impact sort of growing, okay? So that's kind of what I'm going to focus on as far as gardening wise goes this year. Raven, I grew all my potatoes last year in big totes, big plastic totes. Yielded great potatoes. So freaking easy to harvest. You just got to tip it over and they roll right out. See the thing about basic foods, wild edibles, you know, if you don't have a lot of ground soil, like if you've got some patio area, sure, set up some totes or something to grow potatoes or whatever, right? Um, Deborah, save it for when you're sick. And then I'm not going to give advice on that. Go online and research how often and what dosage per weight of animal it might be. Potatoes in totes are simple, super easy to weed, not a lot of care. When they're ready to harvest, you literally tip the tote over and dig through it. There's no digging through the ground, right? We're going to be doing a lot of things that are a lot lower impact gardening this year. All right, Sheena, that's exactly a great reason there too. Not to mention, you can do raised beds if you want to. They're easier to negotiate because they're higher up. You don't have to bend down and get your back involved into it, and your feet or lower legs or whatever you may be having problems with. But yeah, there's lots of different ways to do things, and well, I may or may not get healed, Jivan, and that's not up to me. That's up to the big guy, right? So I'm just going to play the hand that he's given me so far. And what it tells me right now is I have the condition that I have currently. So I'm going to work with my current condition. Thinking that way, all right, I'm going to apply that saying, all right, there's a lot of other people who have this same condition. Let's gear it toward them. We're going to do some more low impact things that don't require all of this or require all that or heavy impact or heavy weeding or whatever. I'm going to do things in a different way because I need to think that I have to approach it in a different way right now so that I can have a fruitful garden. I have to think about it differently. That's all, right? Make it easier for myself before I even start. So that's what I'm going to do. And if I'm perfectly healed, if the Lord our Father blesses me to the point where I am perfectly healed, to the point He sees fit, I'll take that as His blessing. I'll treat it as the gift He's granted to me, and I'll use it in a way to grow food to feed me to praise Him, praise the Father. All right, guys and gals, you see that there? What Cosmic Cultivators just said? You can just throw down some cardboard. It makes a great weed barrier. And you know what? They're absolutely right. And that's okay if you don't mind having cardboard sitting in your garden. Personally, me, I don't want that there. And for the simple thing of doing this, I can get rid of the weeds. No big deal. I can just do that. No big deal. Do I have to do it? Yeah, I got to do it. Hey, Bushcraft family, holy crap, look at you. It's probably early there and very late here. I was wondering who was up and what's on your mind. Cardboard breaks down and it'll also fertilize your beds for you. But, some cardboards, they have dyes and colors on them you might not want in your beds. Miss Grandma, I see you there. Welcome. Oh yeah, cardboard will bring up your worms. Sure it will. Yeah, oh yeah. Cardboard will break down and fertilize your garden. I wouldn't go ahead and suggest that as guys and gals. Give Bushcraft family a nice hello. It's good to see you, my friend. I hope you and yours are well. I was up and I had something on my mind, so I thought there might be others up who also had something on their mind. So, with that, Bushcraft, if you got something on your mind, please go ahead and share it with the community, the family here. If not, that's okay too. It's good to see you here just the same. I do hope you and yours are well. There's an awful lot going on. People got a lot of things on their minds. So, Yeah. A lot. There's a lot of folks that are restless or whichever, but these are the times we're living in. You know. You know. May you live in interesting times is not a blessing, right? When people get married, don't ever tell them. Don't ever extend to them the blessing. May you live in interesting times. You don't want interesting times. You want boring, regular, uninteresting times. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cardboard will kill off grass. Yeah, you can do that for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I had some medical appointments yesterday that kind of got on my brain and kind of what has me up. But yeah, Pinball's got a great wealth of knowledge that he shares with us. And he's very prolific at sharing. Like, holy cow, like, look at that guy go. I don't know how he does it, to be honest with you. But God bless him for it. Probably my favorite YouTube channel. No, I'm not biased because I moderate over there. I moderate lots of places, right? I'm not biased to any of them. They're all doing their own thing and good in their own right, right? Let's not forget that. Hey, Bonnie, I see you there. Welcome. Yeah, wild edibles, you're right. Yeah, it's may you not live in interesting times. May you live in boring times. May you live in peaceful times, right? Peace and tranquility be with you and your family. That's a blessing. May you live in interesting times. These times are interesting. I'll tell you what. They're getting more and more interesting all the time. Oh, copy that, Kevin. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm 52 and he's exactly. He's like having an old soul of knowledge to draw on. Don't know where he gets it, but God bless him for having the ability to retain it and extend it to the rest of us. Like, good job. Like, honestly, yeah, kudos, Pinball. Sister Marie, not really feeling better. Some slow improvements. Uh, but following the big guy's plan and following the program. So I'll continue doing that. And with his blessing, we will move forward. If he wants me at home, he wants me at home. Whatever the case may be. I don't know the answer to that. I'm not even going to ask the question. You know? It's a question that doesn't need to be asked. If God wants you at home, guess where you're going? That's it. There's no bickering or squabbling about it. And I'm not saying that's the case either. But the book is open, so we'll keep reading it. But with that, guys and gals, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind this up. I I hope everyone's up for the right reasons. and doesn't have too much on your mind, you know, preventing you from sleep. Because that's a demon in itself right there, trying to fight that. But yeah, I want everyone to stay well and safe. Any questions at all, put your faith where it belongs. Don't forget to hold up your brother or your sister. Don't ever look down on anyone unless you're about to help them up. With that, guys and gals, I'm going to call this one kind of well answered. What's on my mind? I shared it with you. Go back and watch a replay if you missed it. To be continued, guys and gals. Stay well and safe all. This is going to be North. Out.